Merry meet, and welcome to Pagan Information Network.
News and notes of interest to pagans from around the world.
Let's see what came in off the broom.
Merry meet, and welcome to Pagan Information Network. News and notes of interest to pagans from around the world. Let's see what came in off the broom. CBC.ca reports the Wood Buffalo National Park in Canada is working to maintain its World Heritage Site status, thanks to 11 Indigenous nations from Alberta and the Northwest Territories. The park is home to one of the largest free-roaming wood bison herds in the world, one of the largest freshwater deltas, and the last remaining nesting grounds of the endangered whooping crane. UNESCO indicated last year that climate change and impacts from hydro development and oil sands projects are threatening the park's status. Canada has earmarked $60 million in funding to focus on conservation efforts over the next 3 years. Chief Peter Powder of the Mikisew Cree Nation wants his people to have a bigger role in ensuring these plans are implemented and funding managed correctly. We need to do our due diligence, make sure we hold people accountable, he said. Stay tuned for more.
Merry meet. Welcome to Pagan Information Network. News and notes of interest to pagans from around the world. Let's see what came in off the broom. Universe Today reports on planetary scientists that have created a map of Mars' entire ancient river systems. Navigating and mapping rivers has been a long central component in human exploration. Whether it was Powell exploring the Colorado's canyons or Pizarro using the Amazon to try and find El Dorado, rivers and our exploration of them have been extremely important. Now scientists have mapped out an entirely new, unique river basin. This one happens to be an entirely different planet and dried up billions of years ago. 3 to 4 billion years ago, Mars did in fact have running rivers of water. Evidence for these rivers have showed up as satellite imagery and rover samples for almost as long as we have been exploring the red planet. Since Mars has little tectonics or erosion, that evidence has remained somewhat intact until the present day. Stay tuned for more.
Merry meet. Welcome to Pagan Information Network. News and notes of interest to pagans from around the world. Let's see what came in off the broom. Medical News Today reports that a study out of Vermont, one of the first of its kind, but certainly not the last, examines how COVID-19 has impacted our relationship with nature. The results appear on the page +1. People are spending significantly more time outdoors, the study finds. Walking is up 70%, wildlife watching is up 64%, relaxing alone outside is up 58%, and outdoor photography and art creation is up 54%. Though group activities such as camping and relaxing outside with others have dropped 48% and 43% respectively. These data are like a treasure chest of the pandemic moment, a record of how people have been thinking about their relationship with the rest of the world in a time of great upheaval, said Rochelle Gould, the study's senior author and an assistant professor at the Rubenstein School of Environment and Natural Resources at the University of Vermont. Stay tuned for more.
Merry meet, and welcome to Pagan Information Network. News and notes of interest to pagans from around the world. Let's see what came in off the broom. Australia has finally made a change that acknowledges the oldest civilization in the world. Reuters reports that the parliamentary government has amended the national anthem to remove young and free and replace it with for we are one and free. This change reflects that the Aborigines arrived 50,000 years before even the first British colonists. It was introduced in 2020 by New South Wales Premier Gladys Berejiklian, with the comment that the previous wording ignored the proud First Nations culture. Among those welcoming the change are the Federal Minister for Indigenous Australians Ken Wyatt and One Nation Party leader Pauline Hanson. Stay tuned for more.
Merry meet. Welcome to Pagan Information Network. News and notes of interest to pagans from around the world. Let's see what came in off the broom. Ancient Origins reports while going through the personal papers of the famous Australian poet, author, and newspaper correspondent Andrew Barton Banjo Patterson, conservators of the National Library of Australia discovered something unusual. Unexpectedly thrust into the role of culinary archaeologists, at the bottom of a box, they found a slightly rusted tin of intact Cadbury chocolate bars, fully uneaten and still partially wrapped in their original foil. At the tender age of 120, this tin holds the distinction of being the oldest box of uneaten chocolates in the world. The conservators who found the chocolates were amazed by their nearly pristine condition, mentioning that they still look good enough to eat, although none of the conservators volunteered to test that truth of the hypothesis. Stay tuned for more.
Merry Meet. Welcome to Pagan Information Network. News and notes of interest to pagans from around the world. Let's see what came in off the broom. Turkish news organization Hurriyet Daily News reports on the discovery of a new temple of Aphrodite. One popular trend of 2020 that has continued into the infant days of 2021 is the discovery of temples in the area of Turkey. A team of Turkish scientists and archaeologists have discovered what seems to be the remains of a 2,500-year-old temple to Aphrodite in Turkey's Urla-Sezme Peninsula. The temple was found during a surface survey led by Mimar Sinan Fine Arts University Associate Professor Alif Koparal, who said, "It is a rural temple. Aphrodite was a very common cult at the time. It is not common to find a temple during a surface survey. The area was not within reach by car. It can be reached with a 1.5-hour walk from the alley." Koparal noted the guards posted and added that the biggest threat at this point are treasure hunters. Stay tuned for more.